Hi, Jacqueline Eckern here, president and founder of Eating Disorder Hope. I wanted to briefly address an important piece published in the New York Times recently regarding the state of eating disorder treatment in the United States. It's a great piece in that it covered that there's about 75 residential treatment centers currently in the country, and that there has been a lot of mergers and acquisitions in the field that have led to pros and cons. There are pros in that now the smaller treatment centers have been subjected to maybe greater scrutiny for empirical research to back up their treatment modalities, which is fabulous. And there's also greater resources to get the word out about eating disorders with these larger companies. Some of the concerns, though, about these mergers and acquisitions have been that perhaps the individual care could decrease, the quality could decrease, or that the concern for the individual suffering with an eating disorder could get lost in big business entities owning these treatment centers and focusing on the bottom dollar. Valid concerns. I think that the important thing to remember when we read pieces like this in the New York Times or have these important discussions about trends in the business world impacting behavioral health care in general, and in this case, eating disorder treatment, we keep a balanced perspective. We recognize that very few things are black and white, that there is good that can come from change always if we look for it, and we need to be focusing on ways to always improve the quality of care that we deliver to those suffering from eating disorders by some key things. One is making sure that the treatment they're receiving is state-of-the-art and backed by research proving that it's effective, that the success rates of treatment alumni are tracked so we can see what is effective and what not, and do more of what works and less of what doesn't. And also, we need to take into consideration that anorexia, bulimia, and binge eating disorder are all considered eating disorders, and yet they have very different needs in treatment and the modality that is most effective. So having specialized care for what the individual is needing is really paramount. So I just encourage you to read articles like this one in the New York Times carefully and critically. Take into consideration the points that you agree with, and don't be afraid to form your own opinion. It takes all of us to create a wonderful healthcare system for those struggling with eating disorders. I'm committed to it. I know many of my colleagues in the field are, and I know many concerned individuals who are either struggling with an eating disorder or have loved ones that do want the best for these folks too. So let's all work together to make an excellent treatment community for eating disorder sufferers. If you have any questions, you can contact me at eatingdisorderhope.com. Thank you.